just be honest, right? Just be honest. Be honest and just be genuine. And the thing is, I had to do it. I took almost 2 months to like really focus and think about what it is that I wanted to do as a creator. You know, I was known of like to do BTS and how to use your shutter and how to talk to a client and all these things, and then I hit a plateau where I felt like I didn't have anything else to say. You know, I had gotten into I got in my head so much that I couldn't even create. I felt depleted because I just got in my head, and so I took 2 months to just remove myself from the analytics and remove myself from of the thinking of producing content for what I think you want. And I was listening to Rick Rubin, and he's like, it is impossible to try to create something that someone else might like. And that is not what we're doing here. You know, and that's, as a creative, like, you really have to you know, remove yourself from following into this trap, because we want to stay relevant, right? We want to stay trending, but what I realized, that's all fine. Like, it's fine to do trending things, but when you're an artist, what really makes you stand out is showing what you see without thinking about what anybody else is doing. And you know, I still don't know what kind of artist I am. You know, I got really down on myself for a long time, and I'm happy though that I was able to remove myself and just really recalibrate, because where I am now is so much better than where I was, just like not sleeping, staying up until like 4 o'clock in the morning, then going to work at 5, and just was so like just stuck in this cycle. But I wasn't progressing, and the reason I wasn't was because I wasn't telling my truth, and I just was so stuck on just the numbers. And what I know now is that the best way to stay in this realm of artistry is to just stay true to yourself and work on what it is that you want to show the world. And a lot of it, and I think, and I've been hearing a lot from like top creators and just people who have worked with artists, and all of them collectively had said this in the same had said the same thing, but in their own way, that what's going to make you stand out as an artist is your storytelling, is what you see, and just trusting it, right? And I really, like, if you were to ask me like what kind of artist I am, I most of the time tell people that I'm just a cinematographer. I have elevated myself. And it starts with an idea. Right now, like, it starts with an idea and just running with it, and whatever you learn from that either explodes into something bigger or it leads you to something else. But what I've experienced in the last 2 months is like looking at the world, observing the world, but also like knowing that I have to do it in order to learn from it or to get to my next step. Because if there's so much that I could do, is just learning how to color grade, learning how to do Da Vinci, learning all these things. But if you don't actually like jump on an idea and really like follow through with it to see where it takes you, if you don't do that process, then it's, I don't want to say impossible, but it's gonna be freaking hard to level up if you haven't gone through the process of getting there. And the reason, and today I finally got to this point where I'm just like, I know what I'm gonna do right now. And it took a couple months because I was working on different projects. I was talking to people. I was like trying to find what it is that I want to do and what type of artist I am. I was at this point where I was so like frustrated because it's not something that you could just buy at the store. Like you really have to go online and just Google things, ChatGPT things, get inspiration from other artists, and just really just ask yourself these questions like, what is it that you want to show? What kind of artist are you? What is your color grade? What is your look? Like all these questions, like what's the value that you want to provide to the world, and how will your creativity impact the world? Because I didn't want to be a trending artist. I wanted to be an artist that is going to create content that's impactful, that's going to help you either buy a product, it's going to help you choose that hotel, it's going to help you go to that restaurant, which I'm not doing restaurants, but I want my content to be more useful. I want it to be more just, if I could describe what my content is I want my content to be of value. I don't want it to be just something cool of me just drinking coffee or tea, because I don't drink coffee, but tea is good. So I promise you that if you're at this point, I promise you, if you just remove yourself and really start asking yourself questions on, what kind of artist are you? What do you want to show the world? What makes you different? And why do you want to be an artist? Right? Like get to that like core reason that you have, so that you could be clear of what your purpose is. Because I promise you, you will get lost in the sauce if you don't have a clear idea of who you are and what you want to do and what you want to produce and how you are different. Because nowadays everyone is a creative, right? But that's what's going to really make you stand out, is being very, very honed into something specific that rings your truth. And I will tell you that after 2 months of this arduous path, I finally could see clearly that my next move is to focus on putting one product in each one of my videos and learning how to create a story with a single product, and seeing where it goes from there. So stay tuned. Pew pew.